You're fine.
It's better. Okay.
All right, we are live.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. I'm Kim Coleman from Paid Memberships Pro. You're tuning into a live stream open office hour event right now where I'm going to walk through a site that I built using Kadence, which is a open source WordPress theme that's free in the themes repository, along with my plugin, Paid Memberships Pro. We're going to demo a little bit of Lifter LMS, also the Kadence blocks, which is a companion plugin that sits alongside Kadence themes. So I'm joined with our team member, Sam, who's producing, but also a touch under the weather. So she's going to produce and be present and facilitate any questions you post into chat. So use that chat box and share your questions. If you are here and used our pre-event live stream submission form and just mention that you're here and you pre-submitted a question, then we'll make sure we get to it. So that's it. Say hi, say where you're from. We know that people like these design-focused events because it's a large piece of confusion, I guess. You can have all the right plugins, but choosing the right theme and laying things out and just knowing all the little tricks there are to giving members a great experience, both when they're considering your membership, shopping your membership site, but then also when they become members, and how does that experience carry on once they're logged into the site, making things easy to navigate and giving them all the value that they were promised. So that's pretty much it for the intro. Sam, anything you want to add?
No, I'm just going to try to stay as quiet as possible.
Sounds good. All right, so I'm going to have Sam bring up my screen, and I'll walk through a demo site that I made for Kadence, and it uses the Kadence. Let me turn off my bookmarks bar so you don't have to see all my little things. This is using a Kadence starter template. So I'll get in and I'll show you that. But I just want to talk through some of the things on this page, this home page that we'll be going through once we get logged in. So this menu area is actually conditional based on whether they are logged in as a member or not. So I'm going to show you how I did that. This was all part of the Kadence template that I imported. I didn't really change anything except when I got to this little pricing block. This was already in the template also. I just adjusted that buy now button to go right to checkout for that level. So I'll show you how I did that. This is not dynamic with Kadence. This is just hand entered information. So if you future time change the price of this professional level, you'd have to manually edit it here on your homepage. But that's just the trade-off you get when you use a page builder like system to custom build these pages. And then that's kind of all I did on this page. I'll show you the pricing page, which also uses Kadence blocks and layouts. This is not the PMPro levels shortcode or the advanced levels shortcode. If you're already using Paid Memberships Pro and had it generate pages on install, it would generate a page and put the basic shortcode to output your levels. In this case, it's hand curated. So we have a lot of links on our site. Sam can post a few to building a custom pricing table, using other plugins, using your themes, built-in layouts for pricing tables. And there's no reason you have to keep using the vanilla version of Paid Memberships Pro's levels shortcode. You can really custom craft these pages and just update the price, the name, and then, obviously the aspects of membership, which I didn't do too much here, and those checkout buttons. So that's that main thing. There is a member directory on this, which is using our members directory add-on. It is a premium add-on for Plus members, but it's also available on GitHub. So if you look at our YouTube channel, you'll see there's other ways to get our premium add-ons for free because we are fully open source. So maybe Sam will drop that link into that companion video. So I'll just show you how I built all of this with Kadence. So that's kind of the beginning of things. There is like a custom login page I did. Again, this is the default shortcode for Paid Memberships Pro's login page, but I kind of gave it this twofold register and login view of things. So that's kind of an overview. I am using our InstaWP. So I'm just going to auto log into that and I'll show you kind of how things differ when I'm logged in as a member. So now, like I told you, we'd have a different menu item here in that upper right. I'm going to show you how I did that. And then our account page, which is what I consider the hub or the dashboard of your membership site. It has to serve that member who's logged in for a lot of things. It has to help them access premium content, access courses or video libraries or blog and premium content, manage a newsletter subscription. And then it also serves as a traditional account page where the member can view what their active membership levels are, what they're paying you, how they're paying you, and a history of invoices, as well as like edit their profile. So that's that page. So I think I'll stop doing my show and tell right now, and I'll take you guys into the back end of the site and start showing you some of how this was all built. So your WordPress themes under the Appearance Themes section is where you would install and activate a new theme. So Kadence here is already installed and activated. If you want to make sure you're looking at the right one or just want to check them out, this is the WordPress.org's themes repository for Kadence. It has 200,000 installs. It's been in development for quite some time. This gives you an overview. There is some support you can get here if you're a free user of Kadence. They probably have other methods that they kind of prefer you to use for the site. So that's the theme. And then they do have what's called these starter templates, Kadence templates. So if you click through, once Kadence is installed and activated, it also gives you the option to install and activate that starter templates plugin. And that gives you this library of both free, which is what I'm using in this demo, and then premium if you have like a premium account with Kadence of their premium starter templates. And it's really cool. You get like kind of a pre-built website, and then you're just going to be going through and editing text, editing the user experience and the navigation of things. So if we have time toward the end of this, I might start from scratch and do a new template from this list. We can pick one, or we can shout out what kind of theme of site. I did courses because that's a large percentage of people using Paid Memberships Pro are also building a course site. And as far as plugins on this demo, it is using an avatars plugin. Code snippets I'll get into in a little bit. Yeah, I said that Kadence blocks and that starter templates are the two that they pre-install for us. And I'll jump over. Kadence blocks is the companion plugin that adds additional blocks, extends on core WordPress blocks for the membership site, for your WordPress site. The only caveat to using Kadence blocks, for example, is that throughout your page content, throughout your posts, throughout your whole site, as you begin to use this plugin's custom blocks, you're kind of attaching yourself further to this platform, to this brand. It's harder to pull out if you say like, oh, I don't want to use Kadence blocks anymore. I'm changing my theme. My theme has its own companion block library. You're going to be editing and changing everything in your site where those Kadence blocks were and swapping them to the equivalent for the new builder. So it's a caveat of using any page builder. It's even a caveat of using like WordPress Gutenberg. It's not just text content anymore. Now it's this rich content that relies on a plugin or a library or a page builder to be active. So it's just something to keep in mind. People aren't redesigning their sites very often, if ever. So it's probably not a problem. And especially for Kadence, they've been in development for so long. I would never think that that's a dangerous thing to attach your site to, but it's just something to keep in mind. It is compatible with other themes. You don't have to be using Kadence if you like some of the blocks we see today. You can use this Kadence blocks plugin with any WordPress theme. Yeah, that's that. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the front end of the site and enter the WordPress customizer, because a lot of what I changed in the site that isn't specifically page content with Kadence is done through customizer. So this is what's considered, I would call it a classic theme or a hybrid theme. So if you're using the newest theme that WordPress.org put out, it's called 2023. That's what they call a full site editing theme or a block theme. So you don't have a customizer panel. This is something that's existed in WordPress probably for 8 years, 10 years, maybe longer. It was the way we used to allow people to kind of customize the appearance and the functionality of their WordPress site from like a visual layer. Before the site editor became a thing. So that's how you edit stuff with Kadence. So you can do a lot in here. You can change your color palette and adjust them. I'm not going to change those things and things like that. But the thing I want to look at first here is this header area and kind of talk about how I did this menu. You saw the view previously when we were not logged in. It did not have a face. It did not have this welcome message. It just had a click button to join, and then it had a login link. So this is composed of two things. One I added is this secondary navigation, which is kind of a supported piece I can insert into this row. And the other one is a button. The problem is you can't see it because I'm not logged out. But if you were logged out, you would see that choose a plan button showing. And what I did was use the button visibility setting in Kadence. So Kadence itself has features that are membership-like. You can set visibility of things from login, log out, or everyone. Doesn't overlap with Paid Memberships Pro per se, because Paid Memberships Pro has other views, like are you a member or not? Are you a member of level ID 1 or not? It gets more specific based on who they are. So this is just kind of 2 states, logged in or logged out, and then for everyone. So I did, for that button, change it to logged out only, because we don't really want a button that says choose a plan for someone that's already logged in and already a member. For the secondary navigation, I used, takes it a minute to show up. I already had a menu assigned. Okay, so I have 2 menus set up, and I'll talk through how I did this. One is the members menu, and that's what we're seeing here when people are logged in to their account. This is the one that's shown if people have a membership level. And then the non-members version is what you see when you're logged out. So this is accomplished through the Nav Menus Add On for Paid Memberships Pro. Let me pull that up. This plugin here, which allows you to swap out any menu location for another menu based on what type of user is visiting the site. Do they have a membership level or not? And you can even go down to the specific membership level if you really want to have a specific menu experience for people in level 1 that's different from people in level 2. So really important when you start thinking about that user experience of people who are not logged in as members versus people who are logged in as members, and making sure that you aren't putting like lots of salesy things to the logged in people who would be like, I'm already a member. Stop trying to sell me this. I don't need to get to your pricing page again. Like, I'm in. So just an important thing to look at there. Okay, that's the menus. You can also customize these menus in the admin in a traditional way under appearance menus, and adjust all the locations of the menus in the site. I'll scroll down and I'll show you how, when I have that Nav Menus add-on active, it adds these other, it duplicates menus registered by your theme, by Kadence, and gives you this alternate view. So I can, secondary is a menu registered by Kadence. I can assign a menu to that location, and then I can add a different menu to the members view of that same location, and that gets swapped in. So that's that piece. Is there anything else in Customize I want to show? There's a lot you can do with like default layouts of things. I did test it, and these header areas you can use our membership shortcode in. So if you're not familiar with that, that's a way to also show conditional content. If you wanted to have like a banner at the top and only show it to non-members, you would want to mix in that membership shortcode. So that's that piece. Let's look at how we designed the pricing page in here, because it's really interesting for people that think that they have to use that default membership shortcode. And actually, I'll insert it before. That default levels list, just so we can see what that looks like and how much worse it looks in Kadence, right? So that's like really plain. That's just our default table layout that drops in of all your levels to choose from. You don't have to use that. Just like we've done here with Kadence, you'll see it's a combination of these. These are all those Kadence blocks that help you create these layouts. Let me scroll up here. Okay. And I just copied this from the starter site that I used. I didn't even create this from scratch. And I knew the 3 levels I had active in my site, what the price was, and then I just adjusted that Buy Now button to go to the correct checkout page for those levels, which you can obtain. Let's leave this page. We don't need this. Here, under the membership levels section of Paid Memberships Pro, you have all your levels here. If you click this Allow Signups link, that takes you to the individual level pages checkout screen. So that's how, when you're building a custom pricing table like the one we showed there in Kadence before, you would want to go to that settings levels in the memberships area and find those links, which is really a link built with the ID of the membership level that they're checking out, which you can see in the URL here. So these would be the URLs you want to put for the buttons in that custom pricing table. Cool. All right. I want to hit on like the high notes, which is really pricing page. We'll look at the checkout page quickly and what I did there with Kadence. One thing I did here, which is cool that Kadence offers, is hide the header or the masthead of the page. You'll see this a lot on like a more streamlined or focused checkout page. They try to limit distraction and exit points. So cool that Kadence can let you do this. I'll show you where that setting is located. I did keep the footer on. I don't love complete dead end pages in a site, but it is an option. So when you're in the editor, here on the membership checkout page, there's these icons in the upper right. One is for the Kadence blocks, and then the other one is for general page settings about how this page looks. Does it look like I've set up all the defaults in my customizer of my theme throughout how I want things to look, or do I want to change it a little bit? And the one that I did here, I disabled page title. And then I also, here's this toggle here, disable header. And that, if I turn that back on, we'll see what that is like. It puts that main menu and all that stuff back at the top of the site. So a lot of people like to do it more focused by taking those options away and make the checkout page kind of, okay, you're here, you're checking out now. Let's get it done. So I'm going to leave that off because I think that that's my preferred system for that. Cool. I'll show what I did a little bit on the membership account page. All right. PMPro has some hidden features. One of them is this PMPro member shortcode, and it lets you pull in information about the current logged in user. This is not Kadence specific. This is any theme you're using in your WordPress site. You can use this shortcode to pull in all kinds of fields about the current user that's logged into the site. So fields like avatar will pull in the image associated with that user, whether it's a custom avatar uploaded just to this site, or if it's their gravatar, which is a globally recognized avatar linked to their email address. We won't get into that. You can also pull in specific fields, like here we have their display name showing on the page, which really makes a personalized membership account page. You know, how much more exciting is it that it has your name there? Welcome, Kim Coleman, than if it just says membership account, you know. And we have a whole nother video and some tutorials about making this page awesome. I like to always have a prominent link to the most crucial things that people might want to do from their account page, because it is a landing page for login when there's no other redirect set. People get directed to this page after checkout on the confirmation page. It's kind of the next piece in the flow. Get familiar with this dashboard, this account page, as your home base. So I link here to like the member content on the blog, that's premium content, and then also profile update, because there is like a community aspect to this site. So cool to have that very accessible to people. Think of the things that your members are going to want to do first and foremost, and don't make it hard. Don't make them think too hard about it. And just with this template, it has this recurring motif in this starter template of kind of these rounded boxes with a shadow around. So I wanted to carry that through to my membership pages also. So that's this. And then these are those default sections of the membership account that are just placed right there. That's that. What else is going on this site? We did use LiftRLMS for the courses section of the site. So Kadence does have a lot of support for LiftRLMS. It actually even has, is it dashboard? Custom support for like the dashboard screen in LiftRLMS, which is the version of, you know, the membership account page is all over membership. This is the version of a dashboard that's just courses focused and learning focused. So on that page. I think that's all I want to kind of show. And then I'll take some questions, answer some pre-submitted questions, and then we can do like a ground up from a template, if that would work with people.
Yeah, right now we don't have any questions in the queue.
Okay.
Or in the chat, the live chat. But as far as pre-submitted questions, I don't see anybody in the chat that did submit a pre-submitted question. But one question was, how is the page speed and performance of the plugin?
Paid Memberships Pro itself, like any membership plugin, it does make the page heavier because there's caching implications for membership sites. So a lot of sites are optimized and get sped up by page caching and loading a cached version of the page so that you're not like checking and everything and running all these different scripts and running all these things all over the place. But for memberships, it's a lot harder to do a cache that is complete, because everyone's experience is completely different. If I went to this membership account page and I was on a site that was heavily cached, it might show me welcome Sam Dougherty right here because you cached a page for a logged in person that really shouldn't be. So there's considerations with membership sites. We have a guide about caching for logged in users and not caching for the logged in users experience so that you avoid situations like that where really strong cache can break things. But I mean, PMPro Pro sites, I wouldn't say that they're like the least performance site, but any e-commerce is heavy. And depending on all the things you integrate with, the real thing you need to make sure you have like a robust host under the hood. So a static WordPress site that's what we would typically call like brochureware, you might be able to get away with those $5 a month shared hosting plans. But when you get into e-commerce, we really recommend you're paying $25 a month or so is like a good benchmark for managed WordPress hosting, even for WordPress hosting that's optimized for e-commerce. That way you know that you're working with a hosting provider that understands that I need some custom caching rules because I have these transactions on my site. Also that I'm running a membership site and it's just like a beefier experience. Membership sites not only will have like those caching implications, they also have multiple simultaneous logged in users. So depending on how large your site is, there could be more users using it at any one time. And that's one thing that hosts that are a little bit more expensive can accommodate is like multiple connections, how many connected people hitting the site at a time. PMPro Pro is used on a gigantic newsletter or news site in South Africa. I think they have over 100,000, more than 100,000 members. Our own Paid Memberships Pro site does also have 130,000 users. Not that they're all connecting at the same time, but just to give you some benchmarks, we have a very performant site, 100,000 plus users. We pay like $450 a month for our server. So it really depends on your scale and all those things. I didn't notice that Kadence, which is the theme on this site, slowed down our demos. Compared to like we usually use MemberLite, which is pretty lightweight theme. Kadence has a lot more features, but I haven't noticed any performance slowdown just in doing this demo. So I wouldn't assume that Kadence is going to slow the site down in any way. I don't know.
I didn't notice that it was like
there's a
slower.
lot to performance. We have an article about speeding up your WordPress site. I'm working on an article about using Paid Memberships Pro at scale. So certain things change about the site when you cross those 100,000 user marks. And certain things you need to do to kind of tighten up your WordPress in the admin, basically, database and how your queries are run so that it functions a lot better. So hopefully we'll get that out soon and then we'll have that published.
And then we did have a question in the comments of where we can find PMPro shortcodes. I did drop a link, but Kim, can you just kind of go to our site and just scan the shortcodes?
Yeah. Okay. So this is the documentation area. I'm here. Okay. It's challenging. When PMPro Pro is 12 years old, we started with all these shortcodes, and now WordPress is giving us these blocks, which have all these fun settings, and it's so cool. So it's been a process of us moving shortcodes into blocks and creating like a more user-friendly visual experience. But shortcodes wise, if you come to this page, you'll get the basic page shortcodes, which you don't use too much, but this general shortcodes is a good landing page to go to learn about that membership shortcode, which I said we could use in like the Kadence header to show conditional content. And then that PMPro member shortcode and all the different fields that can be shown to personalize the member content. So I haven't seen people doing this, but it's kind of a cool tutorial I want to do, like in the middle of a blog post, show some member fields right in the middle. You could be like, this is an article all about like improving your work-life balance. And let's say you had an onboarding quiz and you were like, how many hours a day do you currently devote to self-care? You could put that in the middle of the blog post and say, you said you do 2 hours a week of self-care. So, wow, like how personalized is that experience? So that's that short code. But this is your best landing page to go on our site to get those docs.
Awesome. And then there was a question of another demo. I'm going to get to that in a second. First, Marcus has asked, what does paid membership do to stand out from competitors? I know it focuses on WordPress.
Yeah, we're exclusively a WordPress plugin. One of the biggest things we say is that we embrace open source more fully than other membership plugins. 12 years in development, and all of our code is on GitHub. So we've encouraged lots of contributions from external people. You can use that system to have yourself or your developer contribute code back. But another big benefit that helps with that is when your code is all public, you kind of release it to the world of people for security scrutiny. So I would say that our plugin is under more scrutiny and more secure, which is a big topic in WordPress right now. Like AI is getting better. We're all like seeing more potentials in security hacks. Like PatchStack is very involved in WordPress right now to look at plugins and look at security of things. It's not just the admin login for your WordPress site anymore is the security hole. There's also every plugin you use can introduce new places to develop insecurities in your site. So we believe open source code is the best code, and open source code is also the most scrutinized code. And you can also get a change or a fix in place because our code is written in a way that developers can contribute, but also you and your developer can extend upon. So those are kind of some tenets of how we've developed our software. From a product standpoint, how it's different, it's you can grab a course plugin and it's great for courses. But at a certain point, you might think, oh, I want to add a community feature, or oh, we should have a directory. You know, your on road to becoming a membership site can be really different. It could be really niche. It could just be, oh, I put a ConvertKit sign up embedded form. And that's a form of a membership site. It's a recurring subscription to a newsletter, whether it's paid or free. So if you look at a specific use case, there's lots of ways to accomplish that. Where Paid Memberships Pro shines is that it kind of wraps all of those use cases and puts your member in the center. And it says, oh, you want courses and you want a directory and you want community features like Buddy Boss and you want custom profiles and newsletter integration. So we think about that member's experience pretty deeply. You can use it just for one piece. You can say, all I am is a membership site with courses, and that's the end of my hub of membership. Or you can say, I want something that's going to grow with me. So I'm starting today with a single free course that just sign up with an email address, and that's all I need. And then you know that down the road, if you decide to add community features, if you decide to add one-on-one coaching sold a la carte time blocks or events that people can join in, that we've kind of thought of all those use cases and thought of the ways that you can expand or pivot even in those areas. If you realize that course isn't really what people like, what they like most is my live events. You can pivot in those ways, and it's all the structure remains the same, and the user experience for your members remains the same when you tack things on. So that's my sales pitch. How's that?
Well, another thing I'll add, Kim, is we've been doing a lot of different comparison posts and things on our competitors, and the one thing that I have noticed that sticks out is you can use Paid Memberships Pro for free forever.
Yep.
There are not many competitors that do that.
Yeah, and a lot of like a non-WordPress solutions, a lot of them tax growth. So they say, oh, like up to 1,000 members, it's this price. And then when you cross into this next threshold, the price changes. So you're kind of, it's interesting because you can, keep growing, you're making more money, and then you're paying that platform more for really like what? Like a little more hosting. It's not, I understand why, because it is a value metric. Like the more members you have, the more money you have, the more you can afford to pay for a service. But we don't attach our incentives like that in Paid Memberships Pro and in open source stuff. Grow as big as you want. The price is the same, at least right now.
All right. So the demo that we had requested was, can you set up an event for members to sign up for?
Yeah, I can add that to this site for sure. As the person who asked it here, and do you have a favorite events plugin? And if it doesn't one we integrate with, I'll pick a different one.
Tom is here, and we will find out if Tom has a favorite events plugin.
I bet because Kadence is owned by the events calendar, or the same team. I don't know, owned by, but the same product company. So maybe that's the best one to use. I'll start down that path. Oh, I was trying to search for pre-installed plugins. All right, I'm going to do the events calendar, and then I'm going to go for the PMPro events plugin. One sec.
Tom says
we have oh, good. Okay. We have an events integration plugin in WordPress.org. It has support for several popular events plugins for WordPress. Oh, look, we have to update it. Sam, make a note. 6.3.1.
The events plugin.
Yeah. So really the two big ones that we integrate with are Events Manager and the Events Calendar. Sugar Calendar was an effort started by Sandhills Development. Then when they got acquired by Automotive, it kind of didn't keep making progress, I guess I'll say. I don't think that one's going to stick around. But Events Calendar and Events Manager, I actually personally prefer Events Manager, but I want to use the one. I think it's more likely that Kadence will support the Events Calendar because of their collaboration for parent companies, I guess I'll say. I don't know the exact brand. There's a few brands. Kadence is like Liquid Web, Nexus, Stellar WP. It's in that whole like realm. I know that they're changing names and I don't exactly know which one's which. Okay. So I have our events add-on active in the events calendar.
I'm interested to see this too, because when I try to do events on a site I was working on, it was a struggle.
Oh, okay. Did you use this plugin or a different one? They all sound the same. I mean, event calendar, event manager. You didn't.
I think I used the events calendar.
Okay. All right. Let's jump through. I haven't used this in a while. This looks different than the last time I used it. All right. Get rid of that. Okay. Oh, the event tickets. Do we need that plugin? Is that premium? Let's bring up our events. All right, let me just make sure I do this right. Let me scan the docs. Always read the docs. Okay. If you are also using the event tickets plugins, non-member will not see the registration area. Oh, that one's free. Okay, that one's free. Let me get both on there. I'm like grabbing my head like, oh, I'm thinking.
You got this.
What kind of event should we do? I always do something like silly, like, Flag Day. I don't even know. Let's do like a Ask Me Anything. Okay. So we have events tickets active and we have, let's make an event. Let's just go right to the event making stage. Okay. Add new.
Sam's birthday party.
Sam's birthday party. You're all invited.
It's today.
Oh, I clicked a weird button. Wait, today's your birthday?
Yeah.
I thought it was tomorrow.
Not today.
Oh my
Last
gosh.
day of
Hey,
August.
happy birthday, Sam. I haven't even said happy birthday yet. That's embarrassing. I thought I added.
And it's actually funny because I'm the one on the team that like pays attention to the calendar for his birthday. So I'm always the one to start like the birthday threads in our team, and
you can't say
it's weird when you do it to yourself. Happy birthday to me. To get everybody to say it.
All right, all day. The venue's gonna be YouTube, and it's today. It's all day. What else? Organizer, event website. None of that. None of that. Let's add a ticket. A new. Oh. What? Oh, sorry. UI. Okay. I don't want an RSVP. That's like a person, right? There's no payment gateway configured. Can I just do manual? Tickets, settings. All right, well, let's start with this. We're going to publish this event. And I did notice when I went to the site, it didn't load it. It said like error. Let's see. Oh, no, this one worked. Okay. So here's an event. I didn't restrict it for members only yet. So I'm going to do the require membership block is added by Paid Memberships Pro to pages and posts, categories and tags by default. When I activated that events integration, it detects that I'm using the events calendar plugin and also adds that feature to the CPT, custom post type, which is the technical WordPress word for events. So this should, I have the membership level. What level am I? I'll just hide it from the one I am and then toggle that back and forth. I'm a pro. Pros can't come. Let's see what this looks like. It should hide the event details. Okay, so the events plugin hides the events details from non-members. So you can't see like when it is, where I go to it. But you kind of on this view, which isn't what we should have. Log a issue. It should hide that on this view also. And let's add a ticket. Payments. Enable tickets commerce. Can you just do like manual tickets? Test mode, currency. I just want like a free sign up, you know? Maybe we'll install the other plugin. Yeah, why can't I do like a free sign up? I don't like that. Well, okay. Events calendar, you can restrict this. I don't want to set up a payment gateway. I was just hoping I could do.
From Kim White says that RSVP would be free.
Oh, how do I make an RSVP? Is that what that is? I thought I was RSVPing like a single person. Oh, maybe I wasn't. I thought I was new RSVP type free. Members can attend. Oh, okay. Like that?
I guess.
But it's hidden. Okay.
Kim White, if you have more information, feel free to DM me.
All right, let's see. No, I don't see there. No. Look, it's letting me add a ticket now. Free. Even though I didn't connect a gateway, it's letting me add a ticket. No, it's not. It has to have a positive value. Kim, help us.
Kim said, I haven't used it much, but also if you turn down the block editor, that would be nice for events. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. Oh, maybe because this RSVP was weird like that. I'm going to delete this one. Tickets are no longer available. We're getting somewhere. We won't be able to sign up. Sure. It says they're no longer available. Oh, because I have to do, it has to be a positive value. Okay, let's see. Cool. Okay, that worked. So when I don't have the level, it shouldn't show that.
Turn on the block editor for the event calendar.
Turn on the block editor for the event calendar. Okay, if I was designing this, I would have that under settings. No. Enable the Gutenberg block editor interface. Look, that did it. Events. Okay. Let's see what this is like now. I wonder why they don't do that by default.
Maybe they will eventually.
Okay. Here's the ticket for your registration. There's no RSVP configured. That's nice. Let me get rid of this one. Can I delete it here? No. If I do this, remove. Oh, here, delete. Free event update. Okay, let's see. Still that membership. There. No, there's still $10. Something happened.
They were $10, but then scroll down again on the front end. In the bottom, you can hit going.
Oh, and that's how I RSVP. Okay. I don't know how I get rid of that. I somehow created a ticket. No, I don't want to do that.
I hope this is helpful to you, Tom.
Yeah, the events integration for those plugins that we support, it really hides the ability to join an event or see complete details of an event. That's kind of the goals of it. And then the rest of it becomes what the event plugins functionality is. But in this case, we can like log out of the site and come back here. If I'm logged out, you know, I would hit an event and I would not be able to see the full details of things. This one, I think, shouldn't be showing this information in the grid, but there's probably settings we can do to adjust that, or we'll just look at it. These plugins are always updating, so maintaining perfect sync is always a challenge. But the idea being that non-members would get to a landing page for an event and have to join as a member, and then you could make your events paid and charge members even to come. I think something people ask for is like members only pricing on events. So if you are a member, you pay this price. I don't know if that's possible. It might be possible with some membership blocks combined in there, but it is something people ask for, members only pricing for your events. But we don't support that right now. As far
Tom
as I know.
asks, is this what the member is seeing? Yes, the front end right there, that is the demo site. That is what the member would see.
And that's that events calendar plugin.
The thing I was trying to do on my site was sync the guild's Google Calendar that they like plan everything in to show member only events on the site. And it could just be a configuration thing, but I couldn't get it to work.
Yeah, Google Calendar does have like an embed URL, so you should be able to include it on a page in the site and then like put it within the membership restricted block. Let me see, I know my kids' school has a Google Calendar. Let's see, district calendars. I think it's like embedded on the page. Is it this? No, that's the PDF.
And someone's asking, does it integrate with Calendly?
Here's like the Google Calendar one. We don't have direct integration with Calendly, but you could pretty much integrate anything that you embed in the WordPress site with for members only content by either using that membership required block or putting it within a protected page content on the site. So let's say we had a page and it was like, oh, I'm not logged in. Hold on. If we had a page on the site that was like, you must be logged in to sign up for my one-on-one coaching, let's say, we can make a page like that. Or we can just take over this about page. And then we were like, hold on. What is this? Let me see where I am. Oh, it's like called info box. I can't insert there. All right. So we put like the require membership block, and then non-members would, we'll show this to all the members. Oh, except professional. That's we are like sign up using our. And then you can put the URL there. And you can do. But there might be direct integration with Calendly, like through Zapier, but depends on what you need to do with it in specifics. But most often you can get away with just making it only visible to the people who are allowed to use the link. And that's like the shortcut way to making members only integration with platforms we don't otherwise integrate with, like Calendly. What was I trying to do? Embed a school calendar, right? Here's a calendar. Oh no, it's going to bring up my calendar. I just wanted to share. I don't want y'all to see how busy I am. Let's see. What if I do
Kim
this?
and I's calendars look ridiculously.
Copy link
a
address. Let's see if this works. Does that work? No. There should be like a calendar. Oh, what's that? I don't know what that is. That's a WordPress thing. That's not what we want. I thought you could just put, maybe Google has like a share. Let me do it in a
Kim
different
says
tab.
that she uses a third-party plugin to embed her Google Calendar.
Oh, okay.
But she can't send me the link until she feels better.
Okay. Oh, no, I know. We've had a few people not feeling too sweet lately. Here, holidays in the US.
It's that
iFrame.
conference
Oh,
mode.
here, iFrame embed. Let's see what this one looks like. Does that work? Or no? Am I still? Oh, I have to be able to see it, Kimberly. That's what happens. There's a calendar. This was what you could do, Sam, if it's a Google Calendar that's public. There's a way to get the Google Calendars like embed code. And that's what you'd use to put into like an HTML block in the site to show a public calendar like that. And you could put it within a require membership block so it really wasn't public to other people unless they knew the URL of the calendar. There's no holidays. This is the holidays here. Labor Day.
Marcus is asking how many people are currently using Paid Memberships Pro?
That is a number we wish we knew the exact answer to. WordPress.org reports that we have 90,000 plus. We were at 100,000 a few months ago. So I'm like, okay, what happened? Another source you can use is a tool called BuiltWith. If we look at all these different sites to get data about our usage. This one says there's 145,220 sites that are customers. I don't know what they consider a customer. That many people are not paying me to use Paid Memberships Pro. So that's one resource I look at, BuiltWith. And then I look at our WordPress.org, what they report, but they just report in like gaps of things. So hard to know. But I think what I know to be true is like we are the most used for memberships with an e-commerce functionality. There's another plugin on .org called Ultimate Member that has more installs, but it's largely used for like a profile front-end login functionality and less for access-based and like robust membership components of things. And it doesn't have built-in e-commerce, so you'll be using WooCommerce in combination with it. So if I thought like which other ones are big, a lot of people talk about MemberPress. When I pull up their numbers and BuiltWith, it's not as sizable as ours, but you might hear that name a lot coming about. Yeah, so they say that they have 54,000 customers, and whatever a customer is, 27,000 live sites. So I wish I had a direct answer for you. It's something that plugin authors and open source plugin authors really struggle with because we don't force everyone to phone home to have an account and a license and check in and all these things. So it's a range of who knows, yeah. Is that a bad answer? I'd love to give direct answers. Like
It's a tough answer. Yeah, I know. It's a tough answer.
But I think we're probably the biggest e-commerce membership solution on WordPress. Even when we look at like third-party stuff like Substack, which you think like, oh, like Substack, that's a big site, right? Their actual active, I wonder if they're in BuiltWith. People using it is like a fraction of ours. So it's pretty exciting what open source can really do because of that reach, because there are no real financial barriers to getting started using open source software, using WordPress. Get some hosting, get a domain, and you can start a membership site.
Marcus said, I see. It's hard to figure out. It really is.
Yeah. I wonder how many people use Kadence, really. Because their .org said sometimes I look at that. I'll look at like plugins with larger Kadence theme usage. Let's see what Billwith says. So even huger, right? Their .org says 200,000 plus. This is saying, you know, something around there. We have like all the numbers, somewhere between 100,000 and 300,000. Is that the answer?
It's a really big gap too.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have any more questions in chat. Okay. Did you want to do like from scratch?
Yeah, why not? If anyone has a specific membership site they're thinking of starting, if it's more community driven or course driven or premium content driven, you know, put a comment in there. What I'm going to do is visit our try.pmproplugin.com site. This is like build a membership site with Kadence in 10 minutes.
Jeremy says, I'm planning to create a private community with protected content plus offer items in a store. Do I need to use WooCommerce?
It depends what your store items are and how many you have and your needs for filtering them and attributes and things. We do have a system called add-on packages, which lets you like sell access to a single thing. And it's a workaround when people have a membership that's recurring and then they want to do like a once-off $500 coaching package purchase or something like that. We are also merging our multiple memberships per user add-on into the core plugin. So hopefully later this year, you'll be able to have users with multiple memberships held at a time. So you could do those single store items as once-off, one-time payment, no expiration levels that give people access to like a single landing page or some customized something that depends what it is. So if it's like a download, we have integration with Download Monitor to offer that. If it's just like content on a page or if it's a personal something you schedule personally and deliver personally, you might be able to get around it using the multiple memberships per user and kind of selling them as tack on levels, tack on things.
The items would be like t-shirts and hats.
You should use a WooCommerce. You should use an e-commerce plugin only because there's like the shipping involved, tax and international, and there's pieces to that when with physical goods that you're better off using a plugin designed for physical product commerce like WooCommerce. But you can use Paid Merchants Pro alongside WooCommerce and still have the Paid Merchants Pro checkout environment happen in the membership site system through Paid Memberships Pro, and WooCommerce checkout operate separately. Or you could have membership checkout through WooCommerce, which we support. There's just some caveats to the setup that make things a little bit less deeply connected.
Yeah, you could have your private community and your content and everything, and then also have your WooCommerce store. And you also can add in member-only prices in your store as well.
Which is the WooCommerce integration for Paid Merchants Pro lets you say, if you have level ID 1, give them 20% off everything in the store, or t-shirts aren't $10, they're $5, like specific product pricing or a global store-wide discount. Okay.
And then
I cloned. Go ahead.
Katie wants to know, are there any other themes you recommend for membership sites?
I use MemberLite. That's the theme that we're the authors of, and it's kind of our favorite. I want to do more theme demos because I don't use other people's themes as much. The only other theme I've recently used is called Blocksy, and I like it. I think it just really depends on how much, what are you starting from? Do you already have like all of your content mapped out, or do you really need like these starter sites? They kind of, for better or worse, influence what your site looks like and how you describe it. So you're saying like, I really trust Kadence to design a homepage layout that flows well. It's not a skill I have. So I'm going to use Kadence because I can just drop in the words, swap the words, and I'll be up and running pretty quickly. This is a theme I've used recently. For someone that more custom codes themes to use these theme builders, this one felt very intuitive to me. I'm not a big user of page builders, but I do use the WordPress block editor. And I thought that this Blocksy worked really nicely alongside the WordPress block editor. And it was really intuitive for me to use to work from. I think we have another theme. Don't we have another one of these coming up, Sam?
Nope, but I'm about to plan it next week. So thank you for
shout
the
out.
help.
If there's a theme you keep hearing come up, you're like, oh, that theme, like I should try that theme. Generate Press is one that I think would be really helpful because it's also like Kadence. It's kind of a theme plus blocks and library and patterns and things. So both of these, Generate Press and Kadence, have huge groups. I know I was talking to the product marketing manager at Kadence, and they have like a 12,000 member Facebook group. So what a resource for you as a solopreneur, as a DIYer, to be able to join that community for free and just be like, I don't know how to make that rounded corner look right. Or can someone take a look at my sales page and just shout out to me, what could I do to like bump it up a little bit, make it more higher conversions, or whatever you want to ask people. So I think finding a theme that has community when you aren't an independent person, a traditional like web designer, a hardcore person, can really help crack some of those questions that you're having, and you get that support without having to hire someone privately to work with it. So yeah, shout out to the Kadence users Facebook group. Okay, so far I've installed Kadence. Now I'm going to go.
And if anybody watching does have any ideas or topics or things they want to see for open office hours,
please
either leave a comment or email us. That way we know, because next week I am planning our Q4 open office hour schedule.
Get your ideas in. So I installed and activated Kadence. Immediately I get the option to install the Kadence Tartar Templates plugin, which is going to open up that big library to choose from, and we'll pick one. I'll try to pick one less techy, maybe like more like but you said it's going to be a store also. So here I come. This was slow. All right, choose a builder. Not Elementor. Hats to everyone that uses Elementor and loves using it, because I had a struggle bus presentation a few weeks ago using Elementor. I was like, this is okay. This is okay. All right.
Their booth at WordCamp was pretty, though.
Their booth was pretty. All right. I toggled to free. Let's see if there's like a store-ish one. If anyone's like, I love that one, pick that one and I'll use it. I don't want to waste time looking at. There were some that I also, this was the one I used, Digital Course, it was called.
We have a couple more questions coming in too.
Oh, go ahead. If I don't get this one. Oh, look, that has a shirt on it. Should we use this one? It's called the Print Store.
There you go. Looks very store-ish to me.
It does.
Marcus has
read community,
asked,
though. Go ahead.
I have a cut in my hand. Marcus has asked, have you ever thought about offering recurring commissions to affiliates promoting the product?
Why don't we do that? I don't know. I'll bring it up on the management team call. I think it would, for us, it would be if it was like an agency that was repeatedly involved with the user. I think that would be like a reason to deliver an ongoing commission. I'd be curious if what other affiliate programs out there are doing a recurring commission like that. Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. We just always do first year. Are you a member of our affiliate program, Marcus, or do you want to join? Sign up.
I'll have to find out. Let's see. The person that was asking about other themes says that they are a nonprofit national family support organization. They have a current website, so they'll be mainly transferring content.
Okay. I think you'll know. Is your current website WordPress based or something else?
I'll have to wait for the answer.
While we
wait for the answer.
This is importing.
Yeah. While we wait for Katie's answer about if it's a WordPress site or not, Harold says, with PMPro, how can I set up basically an intranet for now? I don't want to allow anyone to randomly sign up or set a price of like $1,000. Is there a way to do that? I want PMPro login as front my WordPress site. Yep.
So this is the code recipe. It's lock everything but the home page. We can toss it on the, where's the other site we were using? This one, right? Am I still logged in? No. I'll just show you. It's a just drop-in code, and it lets you define what pages can people access in this like okay pages, which is really like for people who are not logged in as members. Once they get logged in as members, you want people to be able to access that content. Like if they're not logged in and they need to log in and update their billing information, let's say. So you can adjust that as you see fit. Redirect to the login page or the home page if the user is logged out or not a member. That's what that code's defined to do. So if I log out, wait, it won't let me go to my home page. I thought the home page was an okay page. Here, let's go back. Let's go back and log in. I'm using this as, we brushed over it, but in the plugins on this site is a plugin called Code Snippets. And it's a way to run like our code recipes or other PHP snippets you might find on the web safely in your site. Rather than having like a child theme and having tons of functions in one file, you kind of make separate snippets for every thing, and you can be descriptive and you can disable them if you don't want to use that functionality, but keep it there. And before activating it in the site, it checks if it's going to cause a fatal error. And it's not perfect, but it does its best. So if you're trying to dip your toes in customizing WordPress with a little bit of code, check out this plugin because it really helps you do so safely.
It's my favorite plugin. It makes people like Sam be able to code.
Why is it not is home? I don't know why that wasn't working, but I guess I'll test it. But what it technically should be doing is letting people visit just the home page of the site, these specific allowed pages, and then boot them back if they try to get anywhere else. So if they do, if something got indexed in Google, let's say that before your site was locked down in this manner, it would kick them back to here. Another option is to use like a maintenance mode or a coming soon plugin. If it's just a temporary thing that you want to be developing your site on the live domain so you can avoid the migration headaches and the URL search replace in your database, and just put a landing page up on the cover of the site for like maintenance mode or coming soon, is another option. So that if it's really just a case of I'm developing, some of these maintenance mode plugins even let you have like, unless they're logged in kind of rules. So it depends if it's temporary or it is like the goal is intranet forever for the site.
Sam, can you send me the link of that
do this, but
code recipe?
Yeah, it's locked down everything but the home page. Where would I send it? I could Slack it. Did I close Slack? No, here. Okay, there. I don't know how far we'll get. I started doing that site. Where is it? Not that. Here. All right, finished. View your site. This was the one I put on the site. We're going to install like a community plugin. Let's go with BBPress, just like forums, right? I think this one's built to be integrated with GiveWP. If anyone has to go, thanks for tuning in. We'll play a little bit in this new demo. Build like a community and a store. Community. What is GiveWP test mode? I guess it installed GiveWP in the background when it installed the starter site. Yeah, it did for donations. Okay. Wait, BBPress. I'm just going to make a forum for one of our members. We'll call it members forum. How about that? All right. And then just like our events added this meta box, it adds to the BBPress for members only forums. Let's see what it looks like in this template. I wonder if it looks cute. It's not bad. We could probably like make it a little narrower. I wonder if they have features for BBPress in Customizer. I know with Lifter LMS, when I went here, they had here, forum layout. You can, yeah, so this is what Kadence theme adds. It detected that I have BBPress active and it lets me adjust what the different views look like. So like the main forums page, the single topic within the forum, and then the archive. So that's what you get when you're using like a really robust theme like Kadence. And I think GeneratePress also offers this. So like, where can I get a t-shirt? Oh. Oh, yeah. See how wide that is? I got to make this narrower. That's like too wide. BB Press. Topic. Let's give it a sidebar. Does that work? Yeah. Okay, cool. Wonder how you add.
Tom was
you say which sidebar it is. That's cool. We're learning together, everyone.
Tom, was the importing a large group of member questions a pre-submitted question?
That's not the URL. Here. This was taken from that dog site. So if you're looking at this, you're like, why does this look like this? Kadence uses something called like row layouts. And then you can say just like use the max width of the theme. Oh, I just opened it in a new tab. So this is like our default membership level add-on, what it would look like in Kadence, which doesn't look bad. I'm happy with this without customizing it at all. This page definitely needs some help. This is the checkout page without customizing it. When we were on that other demo, the checkout page was like, is this the site? In a box and all fancy like this. So if we want to do something similar, I think I would use that row layout thing. Oh, no. It's hard. I'm used to using like core WordPress blocks. Hold on. Do this. Where did I have that inherit from theme thing? Do you guys remember? How did I see that on the one layout and it's not on this one? Oh, it's on row layout, inherit. Or you could set a custom max width. So let's say we want it to just be like 800 pixels wide. It'll center and do that. And then I think on our other checkout page, we made the section in Kadence had a white background. And then we did this border style with the border radius. And we did the box shadow. So let's see. I might have to add some padding. So I think this is like interesting because I want it to all be the same. The terms like padding and margin might not be familiar to you if you're not a photographer or building websites in general. So, but Kadence does like kind of make it pretty intuitive to do these layouts and do these structures. What I would do if I was trying to make a Kadence starter template, carry over styles to my membership section, I would look at how it's done on some of the starter pages. Like this little quote thing, you could copy that out to another section, or this like 2-column layout. Just look at any of the imported pages in the site. We can do in that header, we can adjust our navigation. Add a menu. And I'll show you guys the Nav Menus Add On. I think I have to add a license though. I'll do it from GitHub so you guys can see how to install it from GitHub. Rather than show you all my license key, I'll just show you how to how to use all of our code for free. That's what I meant. All right, add new. This might bring up my weird downloads folder with weird stuff. Well, nothing weird.
No, we can't see it anyway.
Oh, you can't see those modals when they pop up?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Any drop-down menus or any like your computer
that's good. I'm always like concerned that I have something downloaded that's like, Eden's rash or something weird because my dog is sick right now. That's just like, all right. So now this Nav Menus add-on is active. So what that did is replicate the menu items. Let me look at this is the primary menu. I can't duplicate a menu, can you? That would be nice. Let's create a new menu. I'll call it primary members only. And we'll put it primary for members.
And when you're ready for it, I do have a question on directories from Tom.
Go ahead.
All right. It's in Free Scout. I didn't move it over. I actually bumped it to our pre-sales team because I thought they would be able to help a little bit more like in depth. But since Tom's here, we're going to gloss over it at least.
Yeah.
So Tom has an existing directory of 200 members. How can we load that in without adding one member at a time?
Yeah, so there's an import from CSV integration here. So that would help. It would let you build a formatted CSV that you can import and apply membership to everyone that you import. It creates users if they don't exist, and it updates membership for users that already exist. So check this one out and build that custom CSV for the site. If there are already users in the WordPress site, let me know if there are already users in the WordPress site, because you can also just do it like on a bulk, apply a default level to everyone who has a user. If you're doing this to import, maybe you had like an offline membership where it was all managed via a spreadsheet and you were receiving checks and processing payments or sending invoices by email. So you might have all these different expiration dates for people and renewal dates for people. So this one would help you import everyone with the correct level ID and then expiration information and profile information. If you started collecting custom fields in the site and you have that all manual from like a paper application or another like form you were using to collect user data, member data. Keep getting an error message on the CSV import. Reach out, find the contact form, or share what the error message is. Sometimes it's a format of the CSV. So that could be the issue. It depends what the error is. 200 shouldn't time out, but if you were importing like 200,000, it could time out on the site. So you'd want to break it down and do it in bulk. But more often than not, it's like the formatting of the CSV file. And I find that Google Sheets is pretty good at, I forget what format you want it to be. It's like MS-DOS or something, I think, is the CSV format that they want. But if you had the specific error to give in the support team, they could help.
I used that for the guild site, and I did like a test of like 5 members first, and then I just did everybody, and it was pretty smooth. But Kim in support did help me make sure that all of my like columns were exactly labeled properly and all of that. So
yes,
one little typo can make a world of difference when you're doing that kind of stuff.
I'll just point this out here. We were using shortcodes in the menu in the previous demo. When I go to do this in this one, it's like, no, we don't want to do that. There is a code snippet for this, and I'll just copy it over from this site. Allow shortcodes in menus. I'm going to export that code snippet. Is this the new site? Yeah. And I'm going to import. And you won't see my modal pop up when I choose the file. Do that. Does it activate it after it imports it? No. To activate the imported snippet, activate. There. So now it knows like my name. And we could do like, where are my appearance? Menus. If we wanted to put the avatar in, we'll probably just need some custom CSS. Because it was big. Ah! And I have like my logo is my icon, but I did custom CSS in the other one. What did I target? Menu item. Our team will help with like a tiny bit of CSS, but if you're going to have a lot of CSS, it's not really, it's more working one-on-one with somebody, either through Fiverr, which we're starting a new relationship with for developer, hiring developers for specific things in your site, or through Codeable. I think that's what I did. It would look better with like a better logo or icon, a person's face, I guess I'll say. But that's just a little CSS for that. So customizing the menu based on their level. And then what else did we install? We installed the forums. Let's put that in the menu. Member forums. We want people to be able to access that. And we want to install WooCommerce because we want to sell some shirts. I'm sure Kadence has good styling for WooCommerce. Did I spell it wrong? WooCommerce, an extra O. Oops. Okay, here it is. And actually have a demo import. That's like some pretty cute clothes. So I can import that. So we have something to really look at and see how it looks with our Kadence site. And we can do the members only discounts too. As long as I don't have to do the full WooCommerce setup and accidentally install a million other plugins. We'll see what happens here. Sorry. Okay, here's my wizard. I can exit the wizard, but I'm not sure it'll do everything. We can try to just jump through the important steps. I don't want to share my data. I'm setting it up for my friend. What industry?
Katie
Clothing?
Wants to know what are your fees for one-on-one assistance?
Oh, we don't offer them. I'm sorry. That's before we did this plugin and this product, we were, WordPress developers, and I was like on Craigslist trying to find people to build a $500 website for. It was like fresh out of college. We don't anymore, but we do have a page on our site of developers that you can work with who have direct lines of contact to us. We're working on it with Fiverr, but they're here on the page to browse those freelancers. Codable developers are kind of designed as a WordPress exclusive market of people that understand coding for WordPress themes, all kinds of stuff like that. And then if you fill out this form, there's also some individual partners we can direct you to. So, but don't be shy. Use the contact form. Ask specific questions. We can always try to help. Can I uncheck all? No, manual. This is a point of contention that everyone's like, why does WooCommerce make you install so many things when you start it? I don't know. Maybe they really think you need them. That's why. Okay. Add products. I'm going to import. Oh, here. Did you see that? Import from CSV. Why is this one slower? This one feels slower, right, guys? Why is that?
It does feel slower.
Are my children home and on the internet? No. Maybe it's this test mode. I don't know. All right. Let's see if I can find the local sites. You can't see my thing, right?
No, I can't see your files.
Okay. I'm trying to find the WooCommerce. WooCommerce has like a sample products import. It's an XML file. It's within the plugin folder. So I'm like digging through my local sites to find the WooCommerce sample data, experimental sample products. That's the one I want. Experimental sample fashion sample. That sounds better. Let's see what that is. Let's import them. I think it's like people that look like hipsters in cute clothes, if I remember correctly. Oh. If this was my normal workday while this is going on, I'd like tab over to another screen and start working on something else because I work like a weirdo. Don't do that. It's bad for your brain. It's really bad for your brain.
Or maybe it's how you prevent dementia because you're constantly like jumping tasks.
Yeah, there's no plaque in this brain. It's all just cute. Okay, here I told you they were like hipsters in cute clothes, right? Look at this. Oh, it sounds slow. I don't know why. Hold on. And you can just take a power nap while your page is loading. All right, I'm going to do something else while this is loading. I'm going to install the... No, I can't. Maybe it's because I have 200 tabs open.
Is it WooCommerce
Here.
that's slowing it down?
I don't think so. See, look at this person. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to do let's see what the shop looks like. It looks really good. Like for having done very little importing this template, like we have a really good looking site. I think that's the power of those starter templates as your, kick off your project. It's pretty nice. I'll just install this so you can see how the integration works.
Oh no, Chris says, dang, I think I missed this. Got the time zone wrong.
Oh, it's going to be on
Chris,
replay right away.
You can watch it immediately because we are not taking it down.
And then you can pause it because I know I go fast and I know that's not fair. I just try to get too much in, I think, in one
Yeah,
set.
someone said they couldn't go with your mouse.
Sorry. Maybe it needs to have a circle on it. Like we could do that, Sam, to make it a little bit more visible where I
actually really like it when I think that's when I record with Descript, they do that of wherever I click, they pop up the little circle thing. So you see where I'm clicking.
I'll say what I did. I installed WooCommerce. We did those sample products. And then I installed the PMPro WooCommerce integration. We were mentioning earlier how you can set a discount globally in the store. Members are going to save 20% throughout the store. So what should happen now, I'm logged in as a member. I should see the lower price. So everything's less expensive now because I have that membership level. I'm pretty sure. Well, I'll undo it and then you can see. That's my member price. Did it? 20% off. Yeah. Okay. So $9.60 is that discounted member price. Is this cashed? What's going on? $12 is the full price. So that's how that integration works. And then you can, like I touched on, you can set a per product price for members only also here under product data membership. And then you can say professionals pay $5, let's say, and that shows up in that area. We have a lot of code recipes on the site. If you want to use WooCommerce, hide the store, or you can make the store like a catalog for non-members, which is pretty common, for wholesale shops. Let's say you have to subscribe to the membership, pay $100 a year. It's like Costco, right? You can't enter the doors of Costco and see the prices of things unless you have membership. So we have code recipes to do something similar like that. But this was the something donate Kadence starter template. It looks a lot different than the other one we did. I like the way that they have customization for bbPress. Works tightly with Paid Memberships Pro to have forums for members only right there. We didn't do too much on the account page. This is still needs our work. But we did look at the pricing page, and this is the advanced level shortcode, which is a premium add-on for Paid Memberships Pro. But it doesn't make sense that there's pictures of dogs here, but for our other demos, it does. So, I guess it took longer than 10 minutes with some talking in between, maybe 25 minutes to get to this place. Still so much work to do to make your membership site complete, but I think you can get there a lot faster starting with Kadence.
Jeremy asked, can you show the original price prior to member discount?
Yeah.
And I did just
did you find the
share
tutorial?
the strike through pricing tutorial. Yeah.
Let's see if it just drops in or if this is another one we want to make a note to fix. Was it this one, Sam?
Yes. I think it was. Wait.
Does it strike through with the members only price?
I thought we had one specifically for Woo.
I do too.
No, that's the pricing table. I wrote the recipe. I know we have it.
I'm looking here. Add strike through pricing for member discounts in WooCommerce.
Thank you.
If you're on our site, there's a lot that we show on this add-ons page. We're trying to improve it. But it does have all of the articles that reference the add-on in this sidebar here. It's just a lot of information, but that's a great place I always go to try to find that stuff. All right, let's see. Oh, and it's even in our snippets library. I'm going to have too many tabs. All right, we're going back to snippets, add new. It'd be cool, Sam, if our snippets on our site, you could download the importable JSON for the snippets plugin.
Oh.
Not that many people would do that. I mean,
How would we do
it
that?
saves a little. I don't know. Like underneath, we would have like an export or something.
I would just use the copy button.
Yeah, that's what I just did. All right, now we have to find the shop again.
Or I actually go to GitHub and find the
Code.
recipe I'm looking for.
There, that worked. Except those products aren't actually on sale because I took the 20% off. I think you'd only want to do that if you know that everything's counting, or else you'd have to check it. But let's edit that level again to show everything 20% off. I think people would also want that to show with the on sale tag, which I think that's what people want to do. Site-wide sales does that. This is cute. Look, I don't think this is core WooCommerce. I think this is Kadence, how it jumps. Fun.
I like that.
Yeah. It's a really clean looking store. There. Now I have that 20% off discount throughout the store. It doubles up, and we have code to turn that off if it's a members only price and then the discount on top. So just be aware of that if you're doing one or the other. And I think it also takes it the sale off the sale price. So, you know, use one or the other. If you're putting products on sale, I think we have code even to like exclude sale prices from additional member discounts. Let's see what it looks like on a single post. We'll go back to our friend in the jacket. There. So 20% off, $5 off. The math is good. And now it's showing us strike through. That's strike through pricing WooCommerce is that snippet. I think that snippets library is.
Don't apply member discount if Woo products are on sale.
We have that one too?
Yes.
There you go. And that's the library of all these snippets that are in our site. This one would be within add-ons, PMPro WooCommerce, and that would give you the list of some of them. Only discount regular price items. Here. It's probably scary if you're a non-coder and you look at this, you're like, oh, but most of these are drop-in. It'll say in the description of the code. A lot of this looks like code, but it's English. You can read it if you speak English. If not, that's even more of a challenge. But you can read this and you can say like, oh, there's nothing to customize. It usually calls out where you have to adjust somewhere in the code, like change
usually
line 10.
It's pretty clear. If I always say, if I can do it, y'all can do it.
Well, we're going to make a coder out of Sam yet.
No.
No.
No, but if I can do it, you guys can do it. It's not that
That's
scary.
true.
It looks
yeah,
scary, but it's not that.
And that code snippets plugin really makes it safe to do, because the worst thing is that you white screen your site and you don't know what to do next. And it's 10 o'clock on Saturday night. And I don't know why you were working on your membership site. You should be sleeping or having fun. But yeah, code snippets will help you prevent those fatal errors in most cases. Cool. Should we stop? I could keep going. It's fun. I don't get to build sites a lot. So I'm like,
I don't care.
Sites.
After
No,
this,
we're
I start my weekend. So it's up to you.
Sam needs to go rest.
I will say our next open office hours is going to be September 14th with Jason Coleman. I will be here. And we're talking about site security and preventing fraud. So that will be a
very important.
Good chat.
Yes. Hopefully a lot of you show up, but I know the design ones are interesting because it's like a big thing you can do if you take any of these tips to maybe improve conversions on your site, maybe improve retention by making it more clear where the things are located that people are paying you for, which I think is an issue with a lot of membership sites. Like they're designed to sell. And then when I'm logged in as a member, I'm like, where do I go? Where is this forum you said you had? Where are these premium articles you said you had? How do I get to these courses I'm supposed to have access to? So spend as much time thinking about that as you do on the sales side. I think once you've become a bit established and have some growth. Yeah, good talk.
Awesome. And like I said earlier, if you're around and you have an idea, either contact us or DM us on Twitter, Facebook, wherever. Yeah. Find a way to contact us and let me know what you're interested in talking about and hearing about. as far as demos and open office hours go.
Yeah.
We're always looking for ideas. So
thank you all. Thanks everyone for watching, staying with us so long. Go rest, Sam.
yes, it is time for my weekend.
And I'm going to go get my dog soon. Thanks,
Yay.
everyone.
Hopefully she's feeling better.
I know.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay.